Audra Lorraine Upchurch. And today we're going to be speaking to Sasha Venyke. Sasha is one of the authors of a chapter in the book. And I want to go ahead and introduce Sasha to you. Sasha, if you can introduce yourself and your chapter, that would be great.
All right. Hi, my name is Sasha Venyke, and my chapter in Fiercely Speaking is titled Love Starts Within. I am a therapist by trade, and so it was really a great opportunity to be a part of this book. And so in my chapter, I share a little bit of my personal journey, where I used to be a person who was either very passive and shy, or I could just snap and be what I like to call a fire-breathing dragon. And my chapter talks about how I was able to find some balance in that, in Fiercely Speaking, and learning how to set boundaries with other people lovingly and in a gracious way.
And so when you say love starts from within, what does that mean?
So for me, I think that I just kind of was used to seeking a lot of external validation and feeling like other people had to love me and I had to do things or prove myself to other people. And for me, I'm realizing that love actually starts with me loving myself and me defining what love looks like in my life, and then communicating those expectations to other people.
Why did you decide to do the anthology?
So, funny story. So I met Audra at a conference for Black Therapists Rock, and I was just really inspired by her telling her story and her really letting us know that we could share our stories in ways that didn't harm those around us. And so I was talking to her and I was like, yeah, I mean, I want to share my story, but I'm really shy. And, Audra hit me with some inspirational words that had me crying in the middle of Maryland streets. And so I was like, I have no other choice but to do this, clearly.
And what surprised you about the journey from going from that decision to actually writing your chapter and participating in the anthology? What surprised you about the journey?
I think just how easy it was for me to write my chapter. I kind of was, shy and nervous for all these years of knowing that I had a really great story to tell, but feeling like, if I shared certain parts of it, it would isolate me from people that I cared about or cause a lot of issues and rift. And then once I sat down to write it all, it just kind of flowed out. And I was really proud of what came out, and even how the people who are involved in my chapter were able to receive what I wrote.
How did they receive it? What was their response?
So a part of my chapter, it talks about like my relationship with my mom, and I was a little nervous because you know how just as people of color, we have that what stays in our house, what happens in our house stays in our house. And I was, letting people know some things that happened in our house. And so I was like, I don't know if she's going to be mad. I don't know if she's going to approve. I'm going to do it anyway. And, I'm really grateful to have a mom that's just really supportive in me and all the things that I do, even if it doesn't paint her in the best light. And so, she was like, do what you got to do, share your story, because it's a really important story to share, and a lot of people will be touched and inspired by it.
Oh, excellent. So as you were writing it, what were you hoping that the readers got out of your story?
The title, Love Starts Within. I really wanted people to understand that external validation is fine, but you really have to have a good relationship with yourself. You really have to sit down and create and cultivate a relationship with yourself that then allows you to bring people into your life that can maintain what you've already developed and established, really making sure that people are understanding the importance of self-care and also setting boundaries with people.
What changed within you as once you got this story out? What changed for you?
I think it just kind of cemented in my mind some of the inner work that I had already been doing. And it was like I was able to articulate it so well, it just kind of stamped it in my mind of like, yeah, I'm doing the right things. I'm making the right moves for myself, and it's only going to get better from here.
Excellent. And your experience being a part of an anthology, was it a good experience?
It was a really good experience. You know, to be surrounded by so many women who are doing amazing things, and just to be in the room and to be able to learn from them has been amazing.
Mm-hmm. And you say you're a therapist by trade. What type of therapy do you do?
So I do mental health therapy, and I work with individuals as young as 5 all the way through, you know, the lifespan. And my focus, though, is I do trauma therapy. So for people who have experienced some type of traumatic event, and that's just really awesome work that I'm really passionate about.
Mm-hmm. Would you write a chapter again? Would you do this again?
I think I would. I definitely would.
Do you recommend other people doing something similar?
I do, especially if you aren't sure, if you know you want to write and you're not sure what that would look like. Doing it within the structure of an anthology is a really good idea, because you learn so much, and you can, you know, come up with one piece of your story, articulate that very well, and figure out what to do with it from there.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sasha. Do you have any parting remarks for your adoring fans and audience?
I think my parting remarks would be that make sure that whenever you are just out here in this life, that you're prioritizing yourself and doing what you need first. There's nothing selfish about that. And whenever you are looking out for yourself and letting people know what your expectations are, how you want to be treated, they will rise up to the occasion for you. You just have to let people know what you need.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate you telling me a little bit about yourself and about your chapter. And I wish you all the best. And in selling your books and getting your message out there, I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Oh, and by the way, you can follow me. I should have said that in my parting remarks as well. On all social media platforms. So that's on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Sasha Venyke, and that's SashaVenyke.
Thank you, Sasha. You have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.
Thank you for taking the time.
Bye-bye.